Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm gonna start by sharing my screen. Please let me know if you see everything properly. There's a chat room. Any question you might have, we will have time for that at the end of the presentation. So here we go. So this webinar will focus on how to deliver and share interactive presentation through YATCO platform and Scaura. The first thing I would like to do is to give everyone a brief overview on how, from now on, you'll be able to share selections, presentations, brochures in a better, faster, quicker way, and to be able to overcome the current hindrances when nurturing leads. This partnership stemmed from a need in the yachting community, which is, I would say, very common. When a broker or salesperson focuses on a deal, there's very little time left to nurturing leads, clients, and prospects. So that is one of the main things, that in order to overcome this, what you need is a proper CRM. Sometimes it's very expensive. It's not a priority. It's a contact database that helps you and keep engaged your contacts. At times, it's also difficult to create brochures, specifications, to send CA proposals that can only be partially customized. The content sometimes cannot be easily edited, as sometimes when the customization is possible, it might require a lot of time, especially when their marketing department and their designers are busy. In addition, some presentation might not be mobile friendly, cannot be used offline when traveling, for examples. And another thing that is very important, and it's at times frustrating, I would say, is that when a brochure is shared to a client or a fellow broker, it's very difficult to understand what happened after that. So the follow-up becomes a bit more complicated. So there is no the monitoring part, the insight of what has been done from both the marketing department and the sales department, the brokers themselves. It's very difficult. Another thing is that originates from this is like, how can I prepare proper and accurate marketing reports, monthly marketing reports, for example, to share with my clients, to the yacht owners that we represent. I would like to go through like a brief overview of what YATCO has been doing over the last years, in particular the last year, 2021. We've increased our efforts in consumer market and invested a lot in marketing. In particular, we've increased our activity on social media, and we've grown massively, both in traffic, in visitors, in traffic from social media, and social media engagement. And we keep on, securing partnerships that will provide better features to our partners, to our members. Sorry. As you may know, we have secured also a new feature for builders, which will enable brokers to create selections from YATCO, from a familiar platform, which is YATCO, in fact, which will allow brokers to meet inquiries on new builds by simply selecting availabilities on the platform. We have Baglietto that joined in 2021, Fedship joined already in 2020, Lursen, San Lorenzo recently joined, Amel Season, and a few others. Sunseeker, of course, I see here. So going back to the partnership between YATCO and Scaura, what can you do to make all these, to overcome all these hindrances? Of course, as I said before, first thing is to have a proper CRM, a sleek one, something that is already customized to the yachting needs. That doesn't have to be, tailor-made by technical people that actually are not in yachting. They don't have an insight in yachting. So YATCO has a CRM as a contact database that will allow professionals to create contact records, to keep them engaged, to create market alerts on what the client might be interested in. This will allow you to streamline the relationship with them, to keep them engaged, to receive notifications on when a client is checking a product on your website. Therefore, you can send them in real time professional presentations and specifications. This will allow you to really make your life much, much easier, your life and your assistants as well. I would then encourage you to check this out, and I will hand over the presentation to Martin van Dort, the Managing Director of Scaura.
Thank you very much, Samantha. Let me just see if I'm allowed to share my screen. I think, yeah, I think you should all be looking at my screen now. Yeah, so I'll go through a few very simple slides just to explain, let's say, what Scaura does and who we are. Samantha, of course, just gave an introduction of, let's say, our collaboration. And from our side, we are definitely not a CRM solution. We are a proper customer-facing solution, and we really try to make every interaction more efficient, more professional, and visual. And what you see here on the first slide is that there are multiple devices that we have shown. That also means that our solution is available on all platforms and offline available. So even if you have a meeting somewhere where there's no internet, on a plane or something, you have your data with you at all times. And go to the next slide. And how does our setup look like? And we have an automatic import from YATCO, where all the listings are automatically updated and synchronized with our platform. In our platform, you are able to also add other information, such as maybe other contracts, maybe you have brochures or other videos, corporate information, can all be combined there. You can enhance also the listings from, in this case, YATCO. Maybe you would like to change or add some text. That's all possible very easily in our solution. You're able to do presentations. You're able to share that instantly via links, via emails, WhatsApp. We also create branded PDFs and all the analytics that we gather. So if you share information and people interact with that share, we can push that information back to your CRM. In this case, could also be YATCO, of course, but could also be Salesforce or whatever. So that's our setup. And we focus on a few things. So we really try to make it efficient and simple for our users by easily selecting listings, files for sharing. The way that our solution is set up, which I will show you also afterwards, is also that it makes it very professional and very visual. So that's not unimportant, especially in this industry. And then, of course, last but not least, is our analytics. So everything people do inside the application. So you can also see how often your users are interacting with certain yachts. How often do they share information? What information do people open when you have received the link? So what works and what doesn't. Also for your annual or your monthly reports, what Samantha just mentioned. You are able to filter this and say, well, this specific yacht from this specific owner, how often did we open it last month? How often did we share it? And all that stuff. That's all possible from within our solution. certain clients yeah, that we already serve. We serve quite a few clients in this industry, but also outside the sub-yacht industry we are active. But at least yeah, a few names will ring a bell for sure. What I want to do now is show you how our application looks. I'll just go to full screen now. So as you see, this was on our web application. So this is the web app, but you can also install it offline on all your other devices. But in this case, I'll be showing it from the web application. What you see here is basically, yeah, a template where you can add your own logo, you can add your own buttons, the color, the fonts, and those kind of things. But it's a proper template which can easily be set up. No need for any creative person to be doing this. It's really easy to set up, and you're able to, of course, create your own folder structure. In this case, when I click on media, for example, it will show a video background with other folders. If you click on it, this leads to several files. It can be anything from anything which is digital, basically. So images, photos, videos, you name it. That's all possible. And of course, the integration with YATCO now allows us to also, when I click on sales, for example, you would have all this information comes from YATCO and is also synchronized. So when I click, for example, on this yacht, all the information that you see here, if the price is adjusted in YATCO, then of course it will be pushed to your application as well. If you would like to change this description because you think it doesn't fit the way that you as a company want to communicate with your client, you're able to do so very easily in our solution. Maybe you want to give a price reduction, maybe you want to, I don't know, maybe you want to adjust certain things. That's all possible. Here you have your gallery. You can add your own video if you want. You can add images, reorder this, add other files if you want. Of course, you can also just keep it exactly the same as it comes from YATCO, but we provide you the solution to change it. And then also there are different ways of navigating. We also have a hotspot example which we created. And so if you want to, for example, make something special for a yacht, or maybe you want to present your company in this way, you can add hotspots, as we call them, on top of an image. Also very easily to do so. And you decide basically what happens if you click on one of those buttons. So if I click on GA, in this case, I wanted to show a piece of text. Then afterwards, it can show the GA. But you can also click on exterior decks, and it leads to a few files, a few images where you can click on. Yeah. But of course, it can go to. It can also show a direct video or another layer of a hotspot file. That's all up to you. So you are free to navigate however you want. Yeah. And what's of course also important when brokers, for example, want to prepare a meeting, what they can do as well, they can say, well, first, let me do it like this. They can say, I would like to create a presentation. I call it master. In this case, and they are, for example, looking for a yacht. Let me do like this, for example, 50 to 80 meters, and it needs to be for sale. Then this is again what comes out of YATCO. And for example, you would like to add these two files. You want to present them to this family. Let me just clear the tags. And maybe afterwards, you also want to add some other files, maybe company-related files. So it could be a video. Oh, sorry, let me just remove this. Could be a video, could be a PDF or other documentation. And in the right-hand side, you have your selection, and you can reorder it any way you want it. You click on Save, and it's saved. I'm able to add this to the home page. I'll clear this one. And when I go to the home page, and you can see that an extra button is created. And then when I click on this, it immediately starts. You have your PDF, which is now opening. But of course, you also have your yachts here. And so first you can talk about, maybe you want to show the corporate video, or you want to say something about your company, and then afterwards you have your specific yachts where you can go through, of course, open everything full screen, and you want to go to the next one. Yeah, it's very easy to create a presentation in this manner. And what you can do after that you have presented this, you can also share this information straight away. Here you see this is already selected. Now in this file already a video and a PDF was added. So I just need to click on share, and when I click on link, I'm able to add an email address. I can say 1 month validation, for example, and I click on get link. Then it instantly creates a link. So I don't need to wait for upload, even if you have 10 gigabytes of videos in there, it doesn't matter, it's all instantly. I'll just show you how it looks on the other side when a person receives that information. So this is the share portal, so you can see it's all again nicely branded. They have the information here. When they click on this, they can go through these files. They can click on it. They can click through a few images, of course, if they want. You allow, or you are given the possibility to be able to let them download information, yes or no. And what we do here, if I click on download PDF, then it will generate a PDF with with our standard layout. And so this is how it would look like in a very standard way. But you're also able to customize this. So I've shown you something here. And so this is something just as a demo. This also is information coming from YATCO, but this is a different layout, so it can be customized if needed. Yeah. So going back to the web portal here. So after you have shared the information, it's always nice to see what has happened. So in the analytics, which we briefly shown already, you're able to see what happened. So here I can see this, and because it's green, it's somebody opened it. In this case, of course, it's me. You can click on this. You can see there were 2 file views. I opened 2 images. We can show that later. 1 unique visitor, 1 total opening. Here you can see where this actually happened. Underneath we provide you the information on which files have actually been opened. So we really try to give you all the information after sharing. Did they open it, and what yachts did they take a look at, and so etc. etc. Also, we provide information on how content is being used within your company. So what I briefly mentioned before, you can actually via tags say, okay, I'm looking for this specific yacht. What happened with this yacht in the last month, in the last year, and you will see everything here. We provide you several options for filtering, but you can see which files are most viewed, most shared, most opened, most downloaded, all that information. We even give you the possibility to look at all the files that you have inside the application, and also take a look on how they are performing, basically. So I think I went really fast, but I think that's more or less what we wanted to show. There are quite a few more features, but I think from a high level perspective, this is it. One thing which I would like to mention is here, we have the My Channels button. In this case, there's only 1 channel, but you could add, for example, different channels in a complete different setup. If, for example, your company focuses on Sunseeker yachts, you can have an extra channel with Sunseeker here, branded in the Sunseeker layout and those kind of things. And of course, you can give permissions to people to only see that specific Sunseeker channel with, of course, only Sunseekers inside. So we also provide a flexibility when it comes to subdivisions of content, so to speak. So I think from my side, that's it. Perfectly in time, I would say so. So yeah, thank you. I think so.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Martin. I would like to add just a few things. Of course, there's much more to say about this, but by experience, I would say that, having seen how this, this software works, especially think about boat shows, events, or like last minute, for instance, you have a tour with a client or a prospect, and you have your presentation ready. You can sit down in the shade. Normally you need that, and you go through what you've just seen, a presentation of a yacht that you just toured. You can focus on the hotspots. For instance, you can check, all the yachts that have, jacuzzis on the aft cockpit, for instance, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that you can do. And one of the most important thing is obviously to be able to conclude the sale, to go to the sale, is to follow up in a timely manner and in a professional way. So to this end, one of the most important things is to have, as I said before, a database, a contact database, a CRM, which YATCO is providing with a yacht database integrated with it. You can associate a yacht to a contact, a prospect, or a client. At the same time, what you want to do is to send them immediately a presentation and follow-up of what they just seen. And this is the perfect way of using a CRM in YATCO and using YATCO to push presentations that are actually very customized, that look very professional, they're mobile friendly. And I've seen personally brokers and actually builders, shipyards, using this application already, walking around the show with the clients, showing them presentations of these yachts, their own yachts, and third-party yachts as well. I'm referring to brokers in this case. So there's really a lot of things that can be done, and I would say this is a game changer in this industry. Having said that, any questions the audience might have, they're welcome. We'll be happy to answer them. Nope. So, okay, well, I guess that's it for now. I don't know if Martin wants to add anything. However,
No.
we'll be able to show you more, especially from what the client sees when a link to a presentation through YATCO and Scaura is sent. I would say that would be a good thing to see as well.
Yeah, no, I think basically if anybody is interested to learn, of course, a little bit more, get a little bit better understanding on how it works, of course, they can reach out, and we'll be more than happy to show them a demo. That's it. I think you have the contact details of on who to reach out to, right? I think we have a slide with the info.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can maybe send it out to everybody, and if anybody's interested, then of course we're more than happy to show some other case studies from other clients as well.
Yeah, we talked about sales only. We focused on that, but actually this is of course very flexible solution that will allow also charter managers and charter brokers to take advantage of these. Of course, once you do a presentation for a yacht for sale, you might add some features related to the charter characteristics, and again, you will save so much time and will keep different departments aligned with each other, because unique product is the yacht. Then the services around them are multiple: yacht management, charter management, and so on and so forth. So thank you, everyone. Our contacts are in the presentation, but we're happy to share them later if necessary. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.